Good evening. I'm Alan Osborne, and I want to talk to you about something this evening, and that's what's going on in Okaloosa County. Governor DeSantis is about to decide whether they're going to spend $80 million or Forever Florida money on this Noriega Point piece, and everybody's for it. Now, honestly, I'm for it not being developed, and it never should have gone as far as it is. That area, if you'll remember, some of us do, when it got cut in two, I believe, during Aaron and Opal, and I believe there's a barge buried in it. But I heard it's not even, they can't even get the building permits that they planned. They can get the permits, but it can't pass the samples, is what we heard. So if you look at the people, look who's involved in this. Look who's right in the middle of it. Graham Fountain, working for Jimmy Petronis' office. He worked for these same people. You remember Graham? He got elected to be your county commissioner. Then he quit because he wasn't healthy enough. Mostly he couldn't master his fork and knife. It was kicking his hind end. But then he couldn't serve his oath, so he quit. Then he could work full time for this developer. Then he could work at the state attorney's office, and now he works in Jimmy Petronis' office with good access to Ron DeSantis. And you know, if everybody hadn't heard the rumor, DeSantis wants to run against Vance, is the word on the street, and this is just a part of taking over Northwest Florida. And this is just a political payback. Okay, we do need to buy this, and it's the right fund for it, but not $80 million. He paid 7.9, and why hadn't he built a condo? If he built the whole condo, he wouldn't make no $80 million. I mean, that's crazy. There's not, I mean, nobody gets that. He just, like I said, nobody gets 800% profit, you know, in just a few years. I mean, that's just unrealistic, especially if we don't know the condition of it. What could be built on it? I mean, I think it'd be gracious to give him $10 or $12 million for it, because we've got something else to do with that other $70 or so million. I mean, we could buy a lot of conservation projects. There's a lot of stuff we could do. We might can buy 10, 15 beach houses and rip them down and make public beach. But there's not good places. Really look at where this is at, and look what it's going to do. What are they going to do? Build a parking lot right there where the sand was blown into? They rebuild it every time we have a big storm. This is not what conservatives do. This is like political payback. It's like corruption. Because we've got to stop political donations by high-end political donors, because they expect stuff like this in return. $80 million. You know, was it 20 million something per acre for sand? It's not going to be a good public beach. Half of it's on the harbor, and the other half is really, it's not a big beach. It's a navigable waterway maintained by the U.S. Coast Guard. It's the East Pass. So this is being pitched in a way that I don't like. And I just want y'all to look into who's connected to this, who's in this LLC, who worked for who, and realize that this doesn't pass the smell test. We ought to buy it, or we ought to just eminent domain it and tell him to prove that he could build everything. I mean, this volunteering of $80 million is just going to set up other government political donors for the taxpayers and other people footing the bill at a profit margin that nobody deserves. I'm Alan Osborne, and that's my thoughts on that. Like I said, everybody ought to be in uproar over this and be calling DeSantis' office, tell him offer him about $12 million for it, and use the other 70 on other projects in the state that need to be done, or right here in the Panhandle. So, until next time, I'm Alan Osborne. You can't make this shit up. I'll see you then.